live on Adom TV and when you go so our channel for baby obiano and nano pay so yasan watching ya mo akwaba e dey about dwumadi so memene da anopa biano ye dey Agoro from dwumadi no ebre el baby obia ebia na enne memene da o baby a ese wokọ but o to dia ba ko bienu bi ansa na wasim akọ baby ese wokọ me da asese wakai se enne anopa yi obetie Agoro from dwumadi no ewo Adom TV so me dey kwadwo mensa moshosho GH kwadwo Ghana fo yina kwadwo awusianfo munta machi na mehwe endi dwumadi no chia me kom me say dumienu bebo ansa na ya sorry dwumadi no eso ene enkomo bebre ene ho I say yetimi edi ewo dwumadi no eso munim say Africa e ma bobo nyina no ye hosti ewo Ghana hanmo ama 2018 African Women Championship akansi no ekoso ewo oman Ghana emu na bese na otwe mienu ni a game no ehya ase no na tournament no ehya ase no ene na yede bibia eba na wiye. So today the closing ceremony no will be on and the final match between South Africa and Nigeria ebekoso ewo Accra Sports Stadium na yebehwe na yedi eho nkomo say Ghana ya jun say nke hosti na ya wini nanso said the name sifa kwa no ye ntimi anye host and win said na ye pese ye amane ye kama no but enra there was the third place game between Cameroon and Mali. Now more the same group. Now Mali for once again, Cameroon dominating the game and beating Mali by 4-2. Now what it means is that Cameroon are qualified for the 2019 World FIFA World Women's Championship against because of France. So that's it. And then they say Africa representatives ombeko akogina yanemu ewo World Cup no 3 Cameroon, Nigeria, South Africa. But today we declare our African Women Championship and a champion after the 90 minutes and instead because so ewo. Now 2019 Africa Cup of Nations that is nke koso ewo Cameroon ene Ghana igusu a yebo ya qualify yebe kobi no CAF executive committee no ehyiamu in Accra yesterday enra na womo say Cameroon for preparation no near man sheda enko ye so ya strip up off ya J competition no every almost now no CAF is looking for a new host for the 2019 African Cup of Nations and so on. Now last week Ghana ball international friendly match be Namibia na yebisa say how much did Ghana earn from that friendly match when we said and saying issues about transparency and accountability Ghana hanum no akwa bibi ho now Ministry of Youth and Sports at the kratabi ababonte mekan e de akyeremo and they will look at protocols preparation the aircraft plus other issues as of foka coach no share adwuma say ede nyina na yede bebro once again me dey kwadwo mensa moshosho Master Banson ewo hanum na ede or can discussion ho and then ye nua ba kwa ono no onye Ghana ni oye Cameroonian of Cameroon and aba Ghana ha or cover the Africa Cup of Nations no into ono so ha aka ayamba intui ono so ye adwuma TV station Cameroon ho Cam 1 TV ho mo eno ye adwuma ono so yensa kan ha okay Master Banson akwa ba bibia boko de okay now let me also welcome our friend from Cameroon. Just as I was doing my introduction, I was telling you that we have one of our guests coming from Cameroon. He's a journalist by profession. He's in Ghana to cover the 2018 African Women Championship. He's been with us since the beginning of the tournament. In fact, he actually came in the middle of the tournament and he's witnessed some of the matches. So he will share his experiences with us this morning and also tell us about some of the few issues that are come up, especially the stripping of Cameroon from hosting the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. He will just tell us some one or two issues about it, and then we can move forward as to exactly what is happening in Cameroon, which resulted in CAF's decision to strip them of the hosting right of the 2019 African Cup of Nations. And the discussion is going to be very interesting, and so stay tuned, and then you watch how it goes. But now let me start with you, Mr. Aka Ayamba. You're welcome to Ghana.
Thank you very much.
How's everything?
No, everything is fine.
Are you enjoying our country?
Very, very well. Very, very well. I'm enjoying Ghana. The people are very, very hospitable, and everything is going on well. There is also one thing that I discovered in Ghana is that there is a lot of order.
There's a lot of order?
There's a lot of order.
Or when you say there's a lot of order, what do you mean?
Well,
order in terms of?
In terms of going around the streets of Accra. Let me say I am just in Accra now. But I discovered something in the taxi. All the taxis that I've gone, I have not seen. I've entered no taxi that I've entered that I've seen violating traffic. Violating traffic
rules.
Yes.
Okay. You mean that people are law abiding?
They are law abiding. Very, very law abiding.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good compliment. Sometimes people go off board anyway.
Yeah.
But that's a good compliment.
But it's an observation that I've seen, or a remark that I've seen.
Okay.
I've not seen any taxi violating traffic
regulations and rules. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Aka, you've been in Ghana for some time now. I'm sure you've been enjoying our food and everything. Yeah,
the food is nice, everything. But one kind of food that caught my attention was banku.
Banku?
Yeah. I ate banku, and it was good. It was good. Even though the name is a bit different, we have it out there in Cameroon, but it is called fufu and okra soup.
Fufu and okra soup?
Yeah.
But in Ghana, we have fufu.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed Ghana fufu?
No, I've not
enjoyed our fufu.
I've not enjoyed it.
Okay, I think this afternoon I have to let you taste our fufu, delicious fufu. It's a delicacy, nice one. Yeah. Okay, now let's move on and go to our business. Now, let me ask you, you've witnessed this tournament, okay, the AWCON 2018. What can you tell us about how Ghana have hosted this particular, competition, and today being the final day?
Well, Ghana has had a good competition from the beginning. The only regret, or the only setback that I would think that it was not really okay for me was the attendance. The attendance of fans getting into the stadium. I don't know how far it was done here. Maybe the mobilization was not really there. But I think we expected more fans in the stadium to fill the stadiums, especially when the Ghanaians were playing, the Black Queens were playing. Yeah. It's a host nation, and I expected the stadium to be full to capacity as compared to the last African Women's Championship or African Women's Nations Cup that was held in Cameroon. We saw the stadiums full. Okay. So that's what we envisaged, we thought of when coming to Ghana, that when the Black Queens are playing, the stadium is going to be full, but we were surprised that the stadiums were a bit empty. Even in Cape Coast, they were not really full. I don't know what really happened. I can't really tell you. Can really tell me more about the reason for fans not getting into the stadium. But that is the only regret. For that, it has been a smooth competition and a hitch-free competition, despite the fact that there are some one or two setbacks. But in the general perspective, I think it's okay.
It's okay. But let me ask you about the exit of the host nation, Ghana. Yeah. Normally, you've already talked about the lack of, patronage for the tournament at the various stadia, because you don't see people patronizing the match the way we want to see it. And I think I agree with you on that point. Yeah. But would you say it is due to the early exit of the host nation, or it is a general apathy which really affected, the attendance?
Well, I think it's a general problem, because even in the opening ceremony, we expected everybody, every Ghanaian, to be in the stadium. Yeah. Because the Ghanaians are going to open the tournament. The Black Queens are going to open the tournament. Yeah. I expected that enthusiasm, that mobilization into the stadium. I didn't expect to see empty seats in the stadium. Okay. But we were surprised that the opening ceremony, we didn't get as much people as we expected to, especially when is the fact that the Black Queens are the team that are opening the ceremony. So that is just one of the regrets that we had.
Were you surprised to see the exit of the host nation in the group stage?
Yeah, actually I was surprised.
You were surprised?
I was surprised because in the last African Women's Nations Cup in Cameroon, I think the Black Queens did very, very well. Okay. They were based in Pool B in Limbe, which is my hometown. Okay. And we have a very, very huge Ghanaian community in Limbe. And also, the Ghanaian community in Limbe did a very, very interesting job to mobilize the population, not only Ghanaians, but also Cameroonians, to come and support the Black Queens.
Yes, I can hold on for me. I think we have to go for a quick commercial break. We'll come back and we'll continue the discussion. Aka Ayamba Intui of Cameroon, and he's a journalist by profession. When Adom TV and when you go to our ocean, Agoro form, and you go to Eddie Ebro. Mbeko break, I'm a Cameroonian journalist. Aka Ayamba Intui and Cameroon TV. Now, about Ghana ha cover the 2018 African Women Championship. Master Banson, I'm in no education come and Sana Yeko break. Now, or can say, I did about one more tournament in home, African Women Championship now. And the final match is between Nigeria and South Africa. Although the Cameroonians, Malifoneka and 9 Mutimumienu. So Cameroon are qualified to the World Cup in France 2019. But I said about call by who tournament in one officer now. And the attendance among from stadium, people are not patronizing right from the onset, the opening ceremony out to now. Keep cry cry.
So I think say Nina your football state because I could do and how I first saw football. I did mention that time PR and 2 years ago Cameroon but I think women football in general, Nadia Nipa Tako should be even in Europe. May witness under 20 in France this year. Last year, I watched the European Nations Cup or Holland or so. And in terms of say, Nipa we are still back already. And I don't know so I'm not really sure. I think the Black Queen games now, my boy, the 3 games was okay, especially the game against Algeria. I wasn't even expecting say Nipa will be able to game in this because I know my football in Ghana, and there a page pizza, the football out of form for St. June, Sabe. Your mouth leg in the crime consuming my dear and consuming. So it was difficult. Then I think another issue was answer man about size. Quite fast, so a bone they will patronizing at the now from Kakra. Maybe the media did it part, but if I almost down and said they almost between a picture, not a talk of us, no from Kakra. So that's another issue. You started when the tournament and a month for you start a basso. After that, Ghana winning that game against Algeria. That was the time Nipa Bimas address as so say there's a competition going on here, so and also affected the performance of the Black Queens. So can we affect team?
Okay.
Because say anybody feel say Black Queens or crowd header and man the so nyani then after second so start film so a bad thing say Nipa be stadium piece of but I think it's idea a general not only in Ghana or no if Cameroon or share but I've not really witnessed women football even European Cup under 20 days, under 71 body. Normally, one time mono national stadium like a CSR. Even if you go to Europe, France there and some host to under 20. No, it was played at some small mini stadiums there. Even the Euros in Holland, none of the Dutch Premier League clubs no stadium be able to see.
Okay.
So that is and I was any panic go work baby be 15,000 been a some codes. You see say be any pan eye home and access to but women football in general, I think say or from Kakra.
Okay.
Ghana, yeah, they are able to see the AWCON and Nipan. I think they any news.
Okay. Now, any news the patronage and people, the desire for people to go to the stadium, anyhow, because it's a marble.
Yeah, and I was calling on young man, Omodi or Mem say, Omana sent committee capitalize on that. You used to only demand any power echo. Who said, you were my brewer, been person with the command really only per boom, Casama or value near the. So, Omana second, maybe not make sure say, Combe DAB, the LOC, and maybe on any procure the media, and I don't count AWCON shows nearly to create attention, any probably AWCON. But yeah, who is because stadium in the game against Algeria, the game against Mali. I don't think so, maybe 5%.
Okay,
and so if you bound quite you could see them say, Mama dressing, my dressing. So, only a mom per born out that was a bobby.
Okay,
and your ma, so it is a general issue on mining your face.
Okay, that's okay. Now, Aka, let's talk about the performance wise of the teams.
Yeah.
Of the teams that have been able to qualify to the World Cup. Cameroon, South Africa, and Nigeria.
Yeah.
Is it a reflection of how the teams performed in the tournament? The qualified teams who are going to the World Cup, i.e. Cameroon, Nigeria, and South Africa, before you narrow down to the final match between Nigeria and Bayana?
Well, if you look at these three teams that have qualified for this competition, I think Africa will be proud to have three good representatives.
Wow.
Because Nigeria, their experience, everything, it counts, and going into the FIFA World Cup is not a new thing for them. They have had the experience before, and showing in Africa that they are one of the best teams in Africa or the defending champions, they can go there and make Africa proud. Okay. South Africa, they have built for a long time, and we have seen the improvement that they have shown in this competition, beating the defending champions, that is the Super Falcons of Nigeria, by 1-0. So, and also coming out on top of their pool, then beating Mali to qualify for the finals. I think South Africa and Nigeria first qualifying, it gives Africa a moral boost so that we have good teams to go there. Now, Cameroon also, I will tell you, they played the game against Nigeria. It was something that we did not expect, that Cameroon would put on such a formidable performance against the Super Falcons. But they did so, and it seems as if Nigeria used their experience in this competition, taking Cameroon to penalty shootouts to beat Cameroon and pick up that ticket. But I really feel sorry for Mali, because Mali came as an underdog. They qualified for the first time to the semi-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations, but unfortunately they were being paired against a stronger side, that is Cameroon, to pick the lone ticket. How I wish Africa could have had 4 chances to make it to the FIFA World Cup.
That's right. But I think you think that we have 3 strong teams,
yes,
well deserving to represent
We
Ghana.
are proud to have 3 strong teams that are as concerns this tournament. Okay. I think they are they are the best. The 3 teams that have qualified for the FIFA World Cup are the best that have come from Africa for now. Because football is something that is not permanent. It can change today. Tomorrow you can see Ghana on top. Tomorrow you can see Cameroon down, and Nigeria be stripped of the title. So that is it. Football is something that changes.
All right, so let's move forward from the... What about South Africa and Nigeria? Who do you tip?
Well, I think Nigeria has the experience to lift this trophy again, because I think the most difficult game that Nigeria played was against Cameroon.
Oh, against Cameroon.
Yes. That is the final before the final.
Yeah, that's right.
Against South Africa, I tip Nigeria favorites to win this tournament.
Because of the experience.
Because of the experience.
That they bring
if you want
on board.
to talk about the performance, there are times that you might not have a good performance, but you come out and win games, just like Jose Mourinho does. But in terms of the experience of the Super Falcons, I think they stand as favorites.
But don't forget that South Africa has beaten Nigeria in this tournament.
Yes, South Africa has beaten Nigeria in this tournament, but they should not just come and say, okay, we've beaten the Super Falcons, we're going to beat you again. No, it doesn't happen like that. Nigeria will go to the drawing board and see where they went wrong and see how they can deal with the South Africans. But Nigeria also should be very, very careful, be wary of the South Africans, because they have everything it takes to hurt them. That's
right. All right, thank you very much. Master Benson, touch on the South Africa-Nigeria game. Quickly, I want us to move to Cameroon for the hosting right in a few moments.
So, I think there are 2 teams now. Group in the core.
Yeah.
And if you look at the first game now, I think South Africa for catching Nigeria by surprise. Nigeria for them say in terms of football in Africa, they're the best on any day. Against South Africa, it will be difficult for South Africa to show. And South Africa for will be the only team there. They've lost 2 grand finales against Nigeria. So Omu say I'm prepare, and this time one it should be their time. So between just so hope so between Nigeria. But I think Nigeria for they are riding on something. They have key players. Africa ni biache. Paranozi, Asisa Oshiola, team captain Florence Odega, Anam Imo. These are key players. Game in the boy Ankasa. So they rely on the experience and almost strength to keep the ball. Well, South Africa for them, and I think they will also be missing deputy captain, January Rufoli, come back to the club in Australia, which is Canberra United. So I think only one key player be South Africa for them missing there, but the South Africans have nothing to lose. And when I meet here, coach, somehow opportunity they came into this tournament to qualify to the World Cup, and it's the first time South Africa ever World Cup. The first World Cup was in France, 1998, and the man also come first World Cup in France. The other, the most important thing about this tournament is to get that ticket to go to the World Cup next year. Now, if they should win this tournament, it's a bonus for them. But who knows? Maybe another mind game. I don't know who play. I don't think Nigeria are too favorites in the previous Cup finals na yomo because South Africans you know catch up. They have a pattern. They're very young. Omu Ghana. Omu nim how I change the game in different times. Omu vary tactics very well. And the Nigerians are also lacking something, which is the strength. But just experience, no. Omu take it game by game. And I'm cool game. Okay. Knowing say Oshiola no paranoia, we can punish you at any time. But I will not be surprised if you move to the ABA extra time and every.
Okay, thank you very much. Still on Adom TV, I'm growing from Jumadi, and when you go so our air channel na before I don't think about you move from the African Women Championship to the decision of CAF Executive Committee and Accra Kempinski Hotel. Almost say Cameroon for no and me and hosted the 2019 African Cup of Nations. Now, Ghana is here, now we are Jeff now they are looking for a new host for the tournament. Now, Nyamencha there, you Cameroonian journalist or have you say, a they were put a partner course for Cameroon tia, and they Omantian sees your Muyi Amakaf AG competition from himself. Let me take this opportunity to ask you about the reason why CAF decided to take the competition away from Cameroon. Now you are from there. What happened that you never got prepared? You never got yourself prepared to host the competition until yesterday that they finally CAF decided to strip Cameroon off the hosting right. What happened?
My dear, I think it's a problem of mentality. It's a problem of the mentality because we have to blame ourselves. Cameroon was given the hosting rights 5 years ago. 5 years ago?
Yeah, of course. That's a long time.
That's a long time to host the African Cup of Nations, to prepare to host the African Cup of Nations. And we waited until I think it was some stadiums. Remember, we had to host the 2016 African Women's Championship. Yeah. But that was just 2 stadiums that were to host the event. So to get the the African Cup of Nations proper, the men's category, we needed 6 stadiums and 5 different host cities. So it's a different challenge from the African Women's Championship that you need just 2 pools. So I think Cameroon, we waited so late to even kickstart
construction of the stadium.
I think it started fully probably last year. It was last year that things started moving at a very, very fast pace when we realized that we were already late. We started very late. Had it been we started when we kicked off when the hosting rights was given to us, we could have been done since. And the CAF rule says the team has to, or the nation has to be prepared, be ready, the infrastructures have to be ready at least 6 to 9 months prior to the kickoff of the competition. Sure. So 6 to 9 months, we are still on construction. And the last visit of CAF was in November, and it was not satisfactory for the Confederation of African Football. Okay. And we have to be realistic as Cameroonians. We have to realize and know that power has changed hands. Yeah, power. It is no more, it's a hierarchy. It's a hierarchy. Yeah, it is Ahmad. New person, new mentality, new government. New government. But so you were not surprised to hear that the tournament has been taken away from you because you are on the ground and you know that Cameroon was never prepared. Yeah, even though as much as we Cameroonians, we expected, we were hoping that something, I don't know, a miracle can happen, but there is no miracle in football. Yeah, that's it. And that something might happen, that CAF might give a little bit of time because the government was saying that they will hand the infrastructure on the 31st of December this year. But later on they came out and they said it's going to be handed in March. But March doesn't fall in conformity with CAF. Sure. CAF hold rules. On for me, Aka. I wish for a enjoy Humbra near Twaso. TV and when you go so out here live, you go so at the bro. Agoro for me did the Kwajo man Samo show. Now young share Cameroon issue near from you. Cameroon for no Omantian host here from with some. So Ghana on the 2019 AWCON so Ghana is here per Kwajo. And they say no, we are no longer going to Cameroon. Maybe you have to think about going to another country. Yeah. We understand say South Africa, Egypt, and Morocco are on standby. What about Algeria? I think it was between Cameroon and Algeria at that time. It was between. No, now the country is being considered in India. Okay. What I'm saying is, maybe if you say Cameroon for more bomuye. In another way, the hosting rights in momentum about 5 years ago. But as of last year, Ahmad they take over and or increasing the team from 16 to 24. I think the teams now increasing from 16 to 24. Anyone can start with Cameroon for so. But at least get the question be the next AWCON.
But for CAF, say, Betianka say, started from this AFCON about Busis Cameroon for the, it makes it very difficult for Cameroon to meet your host. So they were finding it so difficult, say, on meeting your host in terms of infrastructure. They have to build 2 new stadiums. Now, I'm on 4 that I don't know, because on a normal circumstance, AFCON Keba 4 stadiums will be okay for Cameroon. But just a year, and Sana, I don't know, start, I was say, young Cameroon from 16 to 24 teams. Then you force them to go see 2 extra stadiums. It will be difficult for Cameroon. Because the Cameroon, I know, almost struggling in terms of the stadium infrastructure. And even almost 6 stadium, they still need extra ones. They be training near. So Cameroon, now we are saying, be a best trip home. It was something a blue baby. I say, based on the way I normal cost, they've been second extended crowd from January. And Cabana gave a cacabe just 2 months, but AWCON. So I think say, Carfanga and to know my years. It is good so much trip home because it would have been a bad tournament. Cameroon were also not ready in terms of say, extended from 16 teams to 24 teams. I think say, I'm a chance, baby. But if South Africa, Egypt, Morocco, I think Morocco, no, host to be a check.
Almost to Chan.
Yeah. And almost ready for World Cup.
Yeah.
Nancy, so it tells you clearly Morocco are ready. Morocco have been ready for even World Cup since 1998.
Yeah, they've been ready. They've tried tournament. Several times.
Yeah. In 1998, I'm in France, it was so it tells you say, from 98 to 2018, 20 years ago, now Morocco are ready to host World Cup. I think AFCON is too small for them. They can host.
But they just finished hosting the
CHAN.
Championship of African Nations, CHAN.
Yeah, Morocco are ready on any day.
Yeah.
So
you prefer Morocco to the 2 other countries?
I think Morocco.
Prefer Morocco. South Africa, Egypt, Morocco.
South Africa also ready, but I think Morocco. Nenga any more grants more for anytime you person host any major tournament. They can use this as a case study. On bet me in terms of LOC because Morocco definitely bid for another World Cup. Any major tournament, if not the senior level for under 20 people, they will go for it. Olympic Games, I will not be surprised they will go for it. So it is good for them. Say, Obenya 24 Africa Cup of Nations are hosting, which will serve as a case study for them.
Okay.
Which will also serve as a way of and I think they'll be very, very happy.
All right.
Now on Africa, I think they have the best players based on the World Cup record.
Okay.
If they also host, I think they'll give us a very nice.
Okay. Now.